173 for 6 is the first ever total of IPL 2024. It was an innings of 3 halves. First one, they were flying. 41 for no loss, and it looked like RCB will easily go over 200. Then came a scenario where they kept losing wickets, 78 for 5. At one point looked like they won't even cross 120 runs. Not even that, you thought. They could very well be all out for that. And then came the partnership between Dinesh Karthik and Anuj Rawat, which has now taken them to 173, which by any stretch of the imagination, you could say is not a below par total. It is a competitive total. It is game on in the match between CSK and RCB. What that tells us is our predictions. 150 not happening, 160 not happening, 180 also not happening, but I think on the closest. Yeah. At 173, if I'm not mistaken, I think a couple of our, or maybe at least one of our viewer was close to this. I can't remember 173, 174. Somebody had picked this up. We'll try and figure out who was that who picked it up. But yeah, initial thoughts of what you just saw.
Very good total, and what a recovery. 95 run partnership. I mean, Anuj Rawat clean hitting towards the end. And of course, you had one person from CSK playing for RCB, that was Tushar Deshpande yet again. 25 runs in the 18th over. That was the start of the carnage. Anuj Rawat with 3 wonderful sixes, each in excess of 85 meters, if I am not mistaken.
Yeah, there's 91 meters, 89 meters, and the third one I don't remember.
Yeah, so carnage, absolutely. And okay, Mustafizur also conceded runs towards the fag end with 16 runs, if I am not mistaken, in the 19th. And Tushar Deshpande living true to the script of 2023, wide after wide after wide. And
6 in total.
6 in total. And later on, it's not going to help. And MS Dhoni himself had said at one point about Tushar Deshpande, seems like nothing's changed. Captain or not.
What did remind our viewers of what he had said?
Tushar Deshpande, after all the wides that he had conceded, all the extras he had conceded in 2023, MS Dhoni had said that I will have to step in.
In how he said, in Hindi.
I don't exactly remember.
What are you saying? You don't know Hindi?
I know Hindi, but I don't remember exactly what he said. I know the English one, but I don't know.
No, it wasn't in Hindi. He said it in the post-match presentation.
Oh, yeah, it was in English.
No, there was this thing also, I think there was a stump mic also.
Quite possible, but I remember the quote which he gave to the broadcaster.
Tell us the broadcaster.
There it said that if our bowlers don't stop bowling extras, then they might very well be playing under a different captain.
Under a different captain.
To be fair, that threat's already come to pass.
Now he can't even say that.
He can't even
They are playing under a different captain.
Exactly. So
maybe that's what Tushar Deshpande said. Now what is going to happen?
Yeah.
He'll threaten us with captaincy. He's anyway giving it up. So I'll bowl the way I want to bowl.
Anyway, see, if Rituraj gets suspended because of slow over rate after 2-3 offenses, we know who's going to step up.
No.
Yeah.
It will be. Has to be.
Okay. I'm disappointed with you, Tushar Deshpande. Okay, whatever you said. Disappointed you spoke about Mustafizur, him going for that runs in that 1 over. Overall, if you're giving 7 runs and over and taking 4 wickets, that's worth its weight in gold. Yeah. That's an outstanding spell. And just look at the wickets that he's picked up.
I mean, look at the wicket. I mean, it was aided for once. Luckily, Chennai Super Kings were a better fielding unit.
The thing that they picked out probably the best fielder.
Yeah, Rachin, what a catch to Faf du Plessis. I mean, Faf was going like an absolute train. 35 out of the 41 with Virat Kohli only getting to 6. Okay. Then after that, the catch to dismiss, the combined effort to dismiss Virat Kohli, 21 of 20 at a strike rate of 105.
Though I think that catch did not actually need a combined effort. I think he took it comfortably, was sliding. I think the worry was that what if I touch the...
Yeah. That's the reason.
And I think
maybe could have...
Dew is settling in. It is getting skiddier. That is why I think in order to ensure that, okay, I don't slide past the ropes, I just throw it back. That was the reason. And of course, Patidar continuing on his horror run from the test matches, undone by a very good delivery from Mustafizur. Maxwell, 50.
No, okay. Patidar, yes, good delivery.
Maxwell throws.
But you have to look at the dismissal of Maxwell. Yeah. And that's exactly what we had said. We do not know which Maxwell will turn up. Yeah. And you have your answer. It is that one Maxwell who just gift. I don't know what kind of a shot that was. It was not even like a glide. It's like as if he's giving catching practice.
That's
like
what I was going to say. It felt exactly like that. Like Dhoni standing, waiting for a catch, and he sliced one very nicely. And I'm like, the ball did nothing. It was a good ball outside that fourth stump channel, but didn't swing, didn't skid. It was nothing.
No, it was. I think you know what undid him there. Extra bounce. Fizz, the way how he delivered it, because he bowls with a lot of that cutting seam. It bounced a bit more, so Maxwell was actually cramped.
No, but the
And
way
that's
he
why
played,
bad
it-
shot.
he tried
bad
to
shot.
bail out of it. He ended up slicing it
No,
straight.
bad shot. That is a bad shot. And Cameron Green, I'm sorry, bad shot. I think we've all spoken. No, he looked like a tail ender.
Yeah.
And this is a Cameron Green. I have enough faith in his batting. He's even looked good in Test match cricket. So I can't fault his technique and say that he's just a dasher. No, he's not. He can play the long format also and has played well. But he looked clueless against that Mustafizur delivery. I know that Mustafizur is not like your regular bowler. He's tougher to play because of that wrist movement that he gets. Even if he's not cutting pace, even if he's bowling full tilt, just that wrist position and the way he cuts it, it's not going to be easy for anyone to even spot the ball initially, and then that kind of movement that he gets after the ball pitches. He's tough.
Oh, by the way, we have to make a slight correction.
Yeah,
It's Deepak
that's what I was
Chahar.
saying. I'm thinking,
Chahar, again that extra bounce.
but Chahar is not really the bouncy type.
It is. That was extra bounce. That's why he had.
You have to make the correction.
I made the correction. I make the correction. Happily, I do it. Oh yeah, but then this one made too much of room. Another set of stumps also, you would have missed it.
That's right. I mean, some of those wickets were horrendous that they gave away. One, by the way, before I forget, big shout out to Sanket Joshi and KK. Sanket Joshi had predicted 172, and he had also predicted CSK to win. And KK,
170.
not KK,
No,
Menon,
not that kick.
Not that KK.
the actor, no.
No.
KK, he had predicted 173,
3.
but he had predicted for 8.
8.
But that's okay.
Still,
173 for 6
173.
is fine.
173 for
Nonetheless,
6,
yeah.
Yeah, so they'll have to do the second highest chase for CSK against RCB in Chepauk.
But given the kind
205,
of
174.
But given the kind of conditions, like you're talking about Dew settling in for that catch, the bowlers were definitely struggling in the second half. And I don't think that was just because you had Anuj Rawat and DK going hell for
Pitch
leather.
eased out.
I think the pitch is eased out, and I think the Dew is setting in, so might not be a very tough chase.
I don't know. See, if you look at it, RCB's spin bowling options don't inspire me that much of confidence. I mean, let's be very honest. But then a chase of 170 in Chepauk is often tricky.
I can't even, if you ask me, I'm saying 70-30.
For CSK? Yeah.
70-30 for CSK. I'm just shocked. CSK man is the one who's most doubtful about CSK doing well. I mean, in this, the way the pitch is, by the way, there was a lot of talk about this pitch helping spin bowlers, gripping, as is the pitch that you get in Chennai. None of that is there. It's a good pitch to bat on, just as the initial batters in Faf du Plessis showed you, and then later Dinesh Karthik, Anuj Rawat showed you. One, full credit to Mustafizur with the way he bowled completely. 2, great fielding by CSK on multiple occasions. And 3, some really brainless shots that were played by RCB. That has contributed. I don't see any condition. And looking at the batting lineup that CSK has, there's a good chance Dupe comes in now to add to that batting lineup. They have such batting depth. And I don't see the RCB bowling troubling them. 8 times out of 10, CSK is winning this encounter. Unless it has to be an outstanding spell of bowling, maybe a Siraj does a Mustafizur or something like that, maybe then.
And I think on this kind of a wicket, Siraj will find it very helpful. Because he's the one who bowls those cross seam deliveries, and that's why I think he'll be the key factor here. On top of that, I mean, if you look at the trend that happened in 2023, whenever CSK were asked to chase, it was a dodgy affair. You look at the game against Rajasthan Royals, they couldn't chase a total in excess of 170 if you have to look at it. I think that was the score they were chasing. I think he had 2 sixes of Sandeep Sharma, MS Dhoni. I think it was 170. So, a chase in Chepauk in these kind of situations is always tricky. It's not a rank turner. Maybe the pitch has eased out. Sure, you have Rachin and Rituraj who can do what du Plessis did. Maybe. But if someone decides to take the game deep, then you are in big trouble.
Why would they take it deep?
Yeah, I don't think you
Why
have the
would they
number
take
of
it?
runs to take it deep.
Exactly. By the way, a big shout out to Ruturaj Gaikwad, the captain as well. He, on most occasions, was being his own captain, as I saw. At least initially, I remember when he got Deepak Chahar got hammered. Then he looked at Mustafizur and told him, warm up for the next. So he was taking call without going to MS Dhoni much. No, in the drinks break, he was talking to MS is another thing.
That's expected.
Which is fine.
Not that also. Sometimes even MS was setting the field.
But then that's
No,
what
no,
people
that's
do.
what any wicketkeeper does.
Exactly.
See that even the best of the captors, that even when Virat Kohli was captaining, MS Dhoni on a lot of occasions would do it because from that position of where you are, you can see the field. That always will be. If you're standing on mid-off, mid-on, you may not be able to see the field like MS. Again, it's still early days and I'm sure he will take and consult MS, but mostly you saw that Ruturaj Gaikwad was taking the call of deciding what to do.
Yeah, I just hope it's not white handing. I hope MS Dhoni doesn't white hand Ruturaj Gaikwad in the near future also, because you saw some instances, but okay, the benefit of doubt is he's a keeper, he is allowed to do all that. But because it's MS, he gets away with it.
But Rishabh Pant is doing it when there's somebody else the captain.
Right, in our STPL matches, if I'm standing somewhere, the keeper is telling me move here, move there. It's a very normal thing. That happens. That's not something I'm reading too much into. Pant does
Rohit
it.
Sharma is the captain, somebody else is.
He would ask Ishan Kishan to just say, okay, where?
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
Not Ishan.
Yeah,
By the
Karthik
way,
Ishan.
shout out to Dinesh Karthik. Yeah, all you guys, Siddharth and Shane calling him part-time cricketer and full-time commentator.
We didn't do it.
I didn't say.
BBL.
I asked him, what is he? Is he that?
And then we
you
corrected.
said.
But we appreciate his commentary skills also.
Which is good. But today, not rusty at all.
Yeah.
Not been playing regular cricket. No kind of cricket. Had a IPL to forget last season.
Yeah.
You know this is his last season of the IPL.
Yes.
Already know that.
Yeah.
And to have batted the way he did.
Yeah.
Good on him. And so did Anuj Rawat.
Anuj Rawat, I mean, clean hitting, man. I mean, it also benefited with Tushar Deshpande bowling those length deliveries, slot deliveries.
Not just length deliveries, there were a couple of full tosses also which were just gimmies. Asking to be hit.
Why would they not play Shardul Thakur?
I don't know.
I mean,
Shardul would have given 15 runs. It would have been 10 runs less. Why not?
See, the one thing I will tell you.
Shardul would have picked up wickets.
Exactly. That's two things, by the way, which work in Shardul's favour ahead of Deshpande. One, he'd get you a couple of wickets. A. B. Extras has never been his problem. He's never had this problem of giving wides. He'll give away runs, but he doesn't give away wides and no balls that easily.
Yeah, it is. That's true. I mean, even
Agreed.
if you look at Tushar Deshpande, he's not got a no ball problem. He's got a wide problem.
A wide problem is terrible.
Huge. Shardul, okay, he'll not hit a wide. He'll hit a 4. That's the only thing that will work in Shardul.
He doesn't give away those many extras. That's one thing that works in his favour, and generally he'll get through his overs quickly.
See, instead of 4-0, 47-0, Shardul would have 4-0, 47-2.
Exactly. And those two make a big difference considering you're already 6 wickets down.
Yeah. Okay, 6 wickets down, you would have been 173 for 8. Okay.
Then Piyush Nandris, then KK's score would have been spot on.
Spot on. So, again, I'm only hoping that someone doesn't take the game deep.
Because if who?
We know who it is. If it comes to him, I don't have confidence.
Come on.
He botched it up in 2023 against Rajasthan Royals. Okay, he took it way too deep. 2 sixes to kind of redeem himself, but then every bowler now has a template.
You think they're going to go to him? Shivam, please let's look at the Chennai Super Kings batting lineup. They will not even be going even close to them. So you will have starting with the
Go up.
Yeah, okay. You will have Ruturaj Gaikwad, Rachin Ravindra. Then comes Ajinkya Rahane. Then comes Daryl Mitchell. Then comes Ravindra Jadeja. Then comes Dubey. Then comes Rizvi. You think you need any more batters?
I hope not. I really hope not. But if it comes to MS Dhoni, let's see how we'll come to that.
Why are you playing the balancing act? Just like your t-shirt where you won half RCB, half Chennai. You're trying to play the balancing act. Out of all the people,
I want to surprise
the one CSK fan that we have in the house is the one who's doubtful about CSK doing well.
I want to surprise people. That's the only thing I would want to say at this point in time. I want to surprise people. Let's see. I mean, a streak is meant to be broken. It's been 15 years.
I don't think that streak is breaking.
Maybe
today.
if it happens 16 years, great. Then RCB in this lifetime can't win in Chepauk. That's
See,
the best.
because again,
Maybe in the next season they can win.
I don't know.
In this
If they can't
lifetime-
win when CSK are quite vulnerable at this point in time, at the very start.
How are they vulnerable? They are one of the strongest teams. We've all picked them to be in top 4. How are they vulnerable?
At the start, they're like
They
MI.
could be vulnerable, let's
Yeah.
say next season when the auction happens and they do not get enough players.
and if there's no Dhoni,
Yeah, then maybe it's a
What do you
team
mean?
that should
There
win.
is no, there will be no Dhoni.
you never know. He
No,
does
no,
strange
no.
things.
It's done. It's done. This is the last
This
year.
is it. Enjoy it.
Yeah, the
Enjoy.
aura is there until maybe May 26th if they reach the final. It's over. Let's
Yeah.
just admit to
No
that.
chance he's going on after this season. No chance.
Somewhere you have to move on. That's what Stephen Fleming admitted. After years of listening to Stephen Fleming's mundane press conferences, he finally revealed something. That in 2022, we were not ready.
See, his press conferences I always remember for being both a chore fest and a bore fest. It was a chore listening to it and it was also a bore listening to it. Dear God, that man had the ability to say words without saying anything.
16 years. I mean,
That's why,
He goes for every press conference
that's
ever.
why.
and that's why he survived
Yeah. I mean,
being a coach for so long. Sometime that is what teams prefer. People who
Don't say anything.
and sit back and allow things to happen, not come out and express their opinion,
yeah.
not come out and give any controversial statements. Behind the scene man is always liked.
The antithesis of baseball, let's put it that way.
Yeah.
I mean, Baz it does not shy away from expressing his opinions ever. And I recall this being true whether he was Trinbago Knight Riders coach, KKR coach, and now, of course, the England's men's test team coach.
I mean, there's a reason why he and Ross Taylor didn't get along. If you look at the transition at that time,
Yeah.
it was a very toxic changeover.
Who was the head coach at that point in time?
It was Hessen.
Hessen.
Was it Hassan?
It was my.
Was it Hessen or was it John Wright?
No, John Wright. John Wright
was never.
No, John Wright has coached the.
In the Fleming era, not in the McCallum Taylor era.
Okay.
That might have been the case. But see, it was a very toxic turnover from Taylor to McCallum.
Yeah, it wasn't very friendly.
Hessen had to preside over that and they kind of buried the hatchet. And you see, under Bass, credit to New Zealand, they managed to set the stage on fire until 2019.
I mean,
2021 also, if you look at it. He laid the foundation.
Yeah, he laid the foundations. 15, that final was all down to Baz, let's be frank.
Yeah. I mean, he had to play.
No, he getting out.
Him getting out was also, him losing the final was also down to him.
Yeah, I mean-
2 4s, he gets greedy and then
No, he doesn't
stuck.
hit a 4 at all.
Oh, he didn't hit a 4,
He
right?
gets out for a third ball, charging down.
charging
he
down.
charged down twice. He stayed on the crease, Stark bowled a Yorker, gone.
Gone.
So here, if you look at it, see, you need a good start. Number one. If you don't get a good start, then in the middle overs, let's see, if Shivam Dube comes in, your spin option then becomes the biggest Achilles heel for RCB.
Yeah, Rachin Ravindra.
No,
sorry, RCB.
RCB.
You will have Karan Sharma. You will have Dagar.
Yeah,
And then
you'll have
Maxwell.
Maxwell, yeah.
It's the O Palan Hare of spin options.
No.
Not the greatest, yeah.
No.
But they have 3
It's the-
options at least.
They are Tumre bin Hamra kaun honge. O Palan, Hare, Nirgun,
All gone.
all flopped. Let us be very honest today. Except maybe
Faf got them off to a
Faf
good
got
start.
them off
Yeah,
to a
let's
good
be
start.
fair.
35-20, and he's been doing it very consistently now. 2023 was fantastic. 24, first game he's been fantastic. Let's see.
Sval.
Very interested in these comments.
Yeah.
I think there'll be some talks about the Indian team also.
Really?
Kohli.
Go ahead.
That we will
Give us your opinion.
Post match.
Give us your opinion. Give us your opinion.
For me, it's too early to judge. I'm making any judgment on that after 5 games.
No, I'll take that comment by Mohit or whoever that was. Now he's moved chat Shivam, but I think it
But
was.
Mohit is commenting.
Mohit,
Yeah, this one,
Mohit
Mohit
Shukla
Shukla.
says Kohli took. My point is, initially when he was batting, he barely got 3 or 4 deliveries in the power play. What are you supposed to do? First things, power play he didn't get a chance to bat, the other guy. Then later when he gets a chance to bat, there is a collapse at the other end. What do you expect Kohli to do?
Exactly. There was nothing he could do.
What other approach could he have had? Yes, you were at that stage. If Faf hadn't gotten out, you had gotten 2-3 more overs and he got few overs to play and yet continue to play like that, then it was another matter. Today, for anyone to question his strike rate, I don't think you you quite understand the game of cricket.
Also, he got out playing an attacking shirt. So
Yeah, but that probably was the time that he had to start, right?
Yeah.
And
But then he
he'd
dug
had
the
to
hole
mix-
for himself. I mean, his team dug the hole around
the
him.
team dug the hole. I don't think
Yeah,
he
but,
did
but
anything.
at that time, what other approach could he have had?
because
if
when
he
they
tried
were
to
scored-
play that shot and gets out at that point, you'd be screaming at him.
Because it is Virat Kohli, he can get away with all these kind
There's
of
nothing.
things
There's
also.
no. There's nothing to get away.
No,
when
get
they
away, as
were
in what did you expect him to do at that time? 4 wickets have fallen, 3 wickets have fallen. What should he do? Dance down the wicket and get out, hit a ball straight up in the air,
that's what
get
we
caught.
criticize the
What are you
best
going to
bowlers
do?
for.
Will you let him go? I wouldn't have let him go if he batted like that. I'd be like, you're the most experienced batter in the team. You've lost 4 wickets. You're supposed to consolidate.
So you're not going to, if he's there in the team, okay, if which is all certainty is going to be there in the 2020.
No, forget that team. I'm saying today. Tell me, what did you expect him to do?
Try and bat in a new way and get out of that conservative mold and
He
try to
did.
attack.
No, That's when he got out.
So
That didn't work. He didn't attack
my
consistently.
point is what? If wishes were horses, beggars would ride, right? I also want Kohli to go out and get me a 70 of 32 balls every match. I want that. Can it happen every match? No. Every match has to be looked at differently. In today's match, I'm saying in today's match, did he get enough balls to face initially? He had faced in the power play, I think, by that time. Till the time that
7 balls.
something, not initially when he got till Faf du Plessis was there, I think he had faced about 2-3 balls by that time. He didn't, right?
6 or 7 years by the
Yeah.
end of
So
the partnership.
all
Something
the
like
hitting
that.
was being done by Faf.
Yeah. What are you supposed to do? What are you supposed to do? Like I have decided, you know, they say in Hindi ki kafan band ke aao, I have decided today. I have to get out. I don't care. I will get out. I'll throw my bat just to prove to the world and I will get out.
Then I can play with intent.
Correct. I am saying, had you been, let's say they were cruising, Faf got out, everyone else scoring runs, and he continues to bat like this. And at the end of 12 overs, you are 1 down for whatever, 80, and he's the runner ball and the other guys are striking. Then I will say, what is he doing? You have 8-9 overs to go. Why are you spending that much time? Give other batters a chance. Today you are having a collapse. He's getting those chances to bat much later. There's a collapse. You have to adjust to a situation. Otherwise,
Which he just about barely did.
Otherwise, do not have humans bat. You know, then you don't need brains. Then all you need is to tell anyone, no need for brains. You don't have to apply yourself. Everyone just learn how to, this is the ball and you have to hit. This is the ball, you have to hit. It's like baseball, right? In baseball, you really don't need to find a situation between attack and defense. Right? All you need to do is strike the ball. 3 strikes, you're gone. Right? Just bat like. Then you make it like that. Forget situation, forget anything. Then on situations, you get out at whatever. All out in 10 overs, 11 overs, also you take it. It's fine. That doesn't work.
I mean, see, we are like trying to say that according to the situations he adjusted. Okay, he couldn't go for big hits. Then that itself is a problem. It is not going to work in the broader scheme of things, which is why we were against both of the guys coming into the T20 World Cup squad. If Kohli is batting like this at number 3, you're not going to have a Melbourne every day. And I'm sorry, Melbourne was a very lucky knock. I'm telling you that.
No, but you are judging Kohli on today's now.
But you can judge him if he hits 100. You will judge him on the fact that he's ready. No, why can't I
No,
judge
I
him on
don't- I
120?
won't.
I won't.
I
I'm saying
hope-
5 matches. Give me
I
5
hope
matches.
for his sake, 5-6 games, he at least shows an intent in 2 or 3 of them. I'm only saying that I'm keeping that as the bare minimum expectation. But if it's Virat Kohli, because of the benchmarks that he's set, maybe that expectation is not irrational. Maybe it's not irrational. You're expected Kohli to be a run machine, he has to perform. And today, 21 or 20 with 1-6. Okay, that 1-6 also
but
came.
when that 20 came, you have to see that now. Every time, I can't, then as I said, stop watching matches. You know how you should analyze cricket? Read the scoreboard every time and decide. There should be a difference. Then stop getting selectors to go and see matches and pick players. How do you pick players? Seeing situation, how a person. Otherwise, stop all of this. You stop watching matches. Come here every day, take out the screenshot of the print of the scorecard, see who got how many runs in how many balls, what is the strike rate, and sit and analyze. Then the whole purpose of watching a match or what the conditions were or what the match situation was or what was happening is irrelevant. decide on scorecard.
When has a selection panel in the case of Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli gone on total facts like what you just said?
Of course they have.
Never. It's always been on a vibe. The very inclusion of these two guys in the T20 World Cup is you've gone 20 steps back. And this kind of knock with Virat Kohli is not a novice anymore.
Okay, then why, by the way, why are you combining both of them? People will say Rohit Sharma's strike rate is not an issue. But Rohit Sharma is not getting you runs. Virat Kohli's case, he gets you run, you have a strike rate issue. But why are you then mixing the two of them?
Because Rohit Sharma doesn't have a great IPL. That's a different ball game altogether. On the basis of poor IPL, Rohit Sharma can make it to the T20A setup.
Somehow.
He can. Okay? There a strike rate and century is not an issue. With Virat Kohli, sure, we are all hanging on to those 282s and that 2016 brilliance that he had.
I'm not hanging on to anything. You shouldn't have brought them back. My point was, as I predicted, the knives would be out. I don't think it's right because, quite frankly, I think you need to give 4 or 5 games. This is a very situational thing. You're not going to get pitches like this in the West Indies. I hope not. But
it will be slower. It will be slower.
No, not when the ICC was there. I don't think so.
No, I mean, if you look at traditionally the West Indies, you look at even the 2010 T20 World Cup, it was...
What were the pitches that you were getting when England went there to play recently?
So you were getting belters. Phil Salt was getting 200 centuries.
So what happened to this? That's why I'm saying, what happened to these stories that get planted? The pitches there are different, and what different? 200 runs were coming off.
And they were being chased.
Yeah, who said they're going to be like that?
But where was the matches held? In the West Indies, England series?
But nobody specified which place, na?
Place matters.
Your report, yeah, but I'm talking about the narrative that is said. You're playing in West Indies. Did anyone write pitches where it is, which ground, what, nothing, na? World Cup is in West Indies. So the pitches are not going to help Virat Kohli and so. Then if you are going to get into specifics, then reports also should get into specifics, right? Which match, where India is playing, what is the thing. None of that is done. Yeah. If you pass a generic statement, as World Cup is happening in West Indies, slow pitches, and so he will not go, then that generic statement, I will also give you a generic answer that the last time I saw T20s happening in West Indies, they were getting lots of runs.
Except in the case of India. There, Guyana and also Miami, you aren't getting that much.
Miami is not...
Questions, Lene, please. Is it, by the way, the longest ever break that has happened in an IPL match?
Yes, but shockingly long.
25 minutes.
Yeah, we'll know by how long we were going on.
No, it's a
nearly half an hour.
Half hour break.
Half hour
break in an IPL match.
For
because they wanted to have a DJ show.
Oh my God.
They don't care. They don't care. They don't care for the audience. And that's where BCCI also needs to be questioned. Care less. It's 10:15 now.
And you're starting the second innings.
And you will end by 12.
Yeah, of course you will.
Yep. So
terrible.
Terrible.
Shashank Bhatt says, oh, not a Kohli fan, but special expert saying MCG knock is lucky. Wow, thanks. I will stop watching this channel. All the best. All the best to you as well, Shashank Bhatt.
This is where you're
my point is, I do not want to engage with such people. We don't want such viewers. Exactly. I also do not agree with Siddharth. He said it lucky. He said it that it's lucky. I don't agree with that. But I'm not going to say that, Siddharth, I'll stop talking to you. That's his opinion. And if you have a problem with the opinion, then it's a good thing. You should not be watching. Don't want people. Learn to respect everyone's opinion. I also disagree with him. Yeah. I'm not going to stop talking to him. I have an opinion. You have an opinion, sir. He has an opinion. All of us have an opinion. And the beauty about cricket is each of us can have an opinion and each of us will be right on certain occasions and wrong at certain occasions.
Yep.
Anyway.
Okay, so Mohammad Siraj and that's a welcome boundary.
Well, Ruturaj Gaikwad starting his own captaincy
career with the 4 first
ball. They win it at a canter.
Let's see.
Okay, thank you for your company. Matches started finally after a 30-minute mid-innings break.
Normally we always count for 15 minutes.
It is 15 minutes.
They've doubled the time. This is terrible. I'm sorry.
They needed to have a DJ performance.
Yep.
IPL. They don't care about viewers. They don't care. They get their money from TV revenue. They don't care about viewers. People will stay up till 12. A lot of them, may have work tomorrow or school or college or whatever, but nobody cares. Okay, Piyush Nandre says CSK winning by 10 balls. But anyway, I'll take predictions. I said CSK at the start. I'm sticking to that.
I'm also sticking with CSK.
I'm going with
RCB.
RCB. Still, it might. The
See you
jinx
guys
might hit.
post match, Sanket. Yes, see you guys. Take care.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.